Hey! Welcome, people. Welcome to Don't Quote Me. I'm your host, Sean Hughes. This is a show where the panel will find out who said what from the ridiculous to the sublime. Let's meet them on Team A. Fiona Looney, the brilliant journalist. The very funny Karl Spain.
Thank you.
The equally as funny Andrew Maxwell. And Joe Rooney is equally as funny, but he's an actor as well, eh?
I'm going to applaud myself as well.
Right, so Karl, the series has been going for a bit now. You disappeared for 2 weeks. We were ringing you, emailing you. What went wrong?
I was doing some Christmas gigs for ISIS.
All right. And so, Joe, how have you been? First time on the show?
I've been okay.
You've been cycling everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm cycling a bit, yeah. And then I park the bike and I recycle it.
Yeah. Let's start the show. This is very simply who said what, right? First question is to Fiona and Karl. Which former Taoiseach and Fianna Fáil leader once admitted...
Deep down, I'm a very shallow person.
That could be any one of them.
It couldn't be Albert Reynolds because...
Oh no, Albert. He seemed normal.
Had the wit to say that, frankly. Bertie would have used wrong grammar in it. So
Yeah, it's a complete sentence without. It must be the main one.
It
Haughey.
would not be the smallest.
Yes,
The main one.
Wouldn't it be the smallest person?
Fair question, Joe.
Sorry
Can I
about that.
explain the rules? You're coming up next.
Okay, yeah.
Charlie Haughey,
It's hot,
congratulations,
Charlie,
well done. 1 point to you guys. Flying away with the lead. Andrew and Joe, this is for you. Which singer once claimed...
All I need is a bed, a toilet, a chair, and drinks cabinet.
So, what singer needs furniture and alcohol? It's not the greatest clue we've ever been given.
Yeah.
I think we better put this out soon because the rate singers are dying. It could
Yeah.
seem inappropriate.
Okay, so we'll do a retake.
Quickly,
Which dead singer once claimed...
Lemmy.
Right, guys.
Right,
you-
So some singer who lives in an apartment that was built during the boom. Building boom. So, Bono.
We need somebody with a chair and a toilet and a bed.
Did you ever hear that
Otherwise,
story
that would make no sense to you.
that David Bowie told about when he did the working men's clubs in Britain, and he said to the man who was running the gig, "Where's the bathroom? Where do I go to the bathroom?" And he pointed to
Do it as Barry.
Where's the bathroom? and
I would, if you came in and said that, I'd go, we haven't got one.
where is the bathroom? And the man,
to use the toilet.
the toilet.
I'm quite stuck short right now.
I want a number 2. And the bloke said he pointed to a sink, and you go there, mate. And I don't know where he was from, but
Yorkshire.
yeah.
Was that Mick Jagger was there as well?
David Bowie said, "I can't possibly go there. I'm David Bowie." And the bloke said, "If it's good enough for Shirley Bassey, it's good enough for you." That was a true story.
Good stuff. So, guys, what do you think your answer is then?
Shane McGowan.
Of course it is. Well done. Point to you guys. Right, Fiona and Karl, this is for you. Which award-winning Irish actor said...
I'm being paid to make an idiot of myself. What could be better than that?
Again, you'd need
Yeah,
to
that
kind of
doesn't
narrow
narrow
it
it
down a
down
bit.
at all.
But I'm being paid to make an idiot of myself.
So someone who plays a
Gabriel Byrne wouldn't say Egypt, would he?
so you're not getting Gabriel Byrne off it.
Yeah, so that's only 4 left.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's someone defending themselves being a little bit stupid on something.
Did we say he was a legend? Is he legendary? Mythical?
Is he
Real?
a man
No,
or
I
a
said
woman?
award-winning.
Oh, award winning. That really narrows it down.
Well, how many awards have you got, Karl?
Quite a few Buchel na Seachtanas.
Were you the best at that, yeah?
No, we all got turns.
Well, I'm getting the medal.
Yeah, what awards have you got apart from the big awards and the comedy and stuff?
Come on, let's just answer the question, will you?
Award? I can't.
Chris O'Dowd, he's won
No,
awards.
passing it over, guys.
Award.
Joe, you should know this.
Oh, I know who it is
Oh,
now.
it's too late.
Oh,
Too
no,
late.
it is now.
Too late.
If they don't get it, can we offer it back again?
Yes.
We're talking about.
We're playing tennis now.
Old school.
Why should I get this?
There's a connection with you.
Mickey Rooney.
Yes!
Let's come on. We can do this. Old school actor.
Ardla
Won lots
Hanlon.
of awards.
Right.
Hey, that's not the answer.
You gave the answer,
That's
Andrew.
not-
No,
I'm
that's
the
it.
team
I'm sorry.
I was going to say Ardlo Hanlon as well. So.
Right, it was Pat Short, okay? Let's move.
Pat
Now, hang on, Joe, he was talking in 1908 about a hugely popular
1908?
comedy.
Wow.
He was talking about a hugely popular RTE comedy, which not many of them.
Yeah.
Killing a Scully, which you were in.
Yeah, but he was talking about it. I wasn't there when he said it.
I was in it as well.
Bloody- You was in it. You were.
I was in an
He
episode
was a sack of potatoes.
Episode that I wrote. I wrote that part for you.
Right, let's move on. That was very disappointing. I thought you'd definitely get that, Joe. In fact, I'm taking that point I gave you earlier on off you. So you're back to 0 for that. Right, Andrew and Joe, can you name the best-selling Irish author who said, when riding on the crest of a wave...
At this stage, if I announced that my shopping lists were available, I'd have offers immediately and turn my shopping list into a multi-million budget film.
Oh, that's got to be
Pat Short?
Pat Short. Cecilia Ahern.
Cecilia Ahern.
Because that is actually.
She's very successful. Her movies really touch me.
Well, that one of her books was about a fella. He's dying and he writes a list.
P.S. I
shopping.
love you. P.S. I love you.
P.S. And she has.
that the
When
name
he
of it? I was
dies,
just giving
his
you a
girlfriend has to.
Do you want to stop talking about
Do
it?
the
Because that's not the right answer.
But
Really?
it's still a fabulous movie.
Is
Nice
it?
idea.
Sean,
See what it is. She loves him, but he's the ultimate type of unavailable, dead.
It's like,
I'm going to get...
boys, is it Roddy Doyle?
yeah, it is actually, but I was going to get Michael to do it again to hear him say list.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, well
Shopping.
done. Congratulations. You got that extra point.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Now, this is for both panels. This is the first of our two musical interludes. We have a song quotation open to all. You just have to tell me which song it is.
Girl, when you hold me, how you control me. You bend and you fold me any way you please.
Right.
Oh, it's Boyzone.
What's the song then?
Oh,
I had the very odd and dubious claim that I was involved in setting up Boyzone. I ran the auditions for Boyzone, and at the time I worked in the Sunday World. And once the band had been put together, Louis had this great idea where he said, we'll run a competition in the Sunday World to name the band. And so we ran this competition for about a month, and everyone had to, you wrote in and you suggested the name band. And in the end, the competition was won by a guy called Louis Walsh.
And what was the prize? Boyzone.
Yeah, it was.
Hold on a second, Fiona. So you judged, so you turned down everyone that didn't get into Boyzone?
No, it was a competition to name the band.
Yeah,
but I did
earlier
do
in
the
the auditions,
auditions,
yeah.
yeah.
So technically, you've turned down Colin Farrell.
Yes, and I've regretted it every moment since, and I'm constantly putting it out there. If
he wants
there's
another
any
goal.
way that I can in any way compensate for that.
Now that he's given up the drink, enjoying the old boy.
I worked in McDonald's with a guy who got signed into a boy band. And he was working with, the last night he was working there, he was telling us, I'm signed with a boy band, I got a deal with like one of the big records companies, whatever. And I was like, we were all genuinely excited for him. And I said to him, do you know what you're going to be doing first? And it's like, because a lot of those bands like Boyzone and Take That had to go and play the gay clubs first off. He goes, no, we won't be doing anything like that, no. I said, what's the name of the band? He goes, Tight Grip.
Anyway, do you know the answer? Right, you haven't got that.
Love me for a reason.
All that, and you knew it all the time. God.
Girl, when you hold me, how you control me, you bend and you fold me any way you please.
Right, round two is words fail me, excuses and explanations for people to get themselves out of a hole. Right, Andrew and Joe, if you get this right, 2 points to make it more even.
Excellent.
Okay? Right, name the top Irish entertainer who defended himself by saying...
It's usually girls who tell me I'm sexist. You never have a fellow telling me I'm sexist?
This is a top Irish entertainer.
I love the fact that Michael, being an actor, said fellow. And my card says fella.
That's what training does for you.
Yeah. Yes, the top Irish entertainer, Andrew.
Who is...
Well, I don't think he is, but he is very popular.
Brendan O'Carroll.
Yes, 2 points. Yes! Well done, you lot. Right, Fiona and Karl way in the lead. Which former Irish commissioner to the EU once confessed?
I never did drugs. That's the only thing I missed out on. I never even smoked. I mean, what do you call that old thing? Shit.
So who said that?
Well, on the basis that I can only think of one Irish commissioner to the EU, which was Peter Sutherland. But I mean, it's not him.
Cox? Was he one of them? No.
No.
Was it McCreevy?
2 points for that. I'm going to give that.
Hold on a second. So the guy who didn't know the name of drugs was Charlie.
Charlie McCreevy, yeah.
I don't know what you call drugs. Yeah, Charlie, really? Never came up, Charlie? No? McCreevy sounds like a downer. I've done too much drugs this weekend. I need a McCreevy just to get me through Monday.
Well, you got it right anyway. Andrew and Joe, this is your question. Here's the money excuse, okay?
If you owe the bank $100, that's your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's the bank's problem.
Who said that? Everyone says that.
Everyone, yeah.
Everybody says that.
Every single homeowner in Athlone.
Yeah. Every annoying
That's not what it
fecker
says on the
that
card.
you meet on the street.
Every
has been
single
saying
person
that.
in Athlone.
All right, well, whoever said it first
Andrew
is an idiot.
Very famous. Like, it's from...
Very famous.
Um,
Spectacularly famous.
I will give you a hint.
Is it David Bowie?
He lived from 1892 to 1976.
What? 1892 to 1970.
1892 to 1976.
1892.
Oh, we are home and dry. This man lived through the Edwardian era.
I knew him well.
Do you want another clue then?
Yeah.
His grandson, very famously, had his ear chopped off.
Grandson was Van Gogh.
Van Gogh,
No.
yeah.
So,
It was a ransom
Patrick Van
demand.
Gogh.
It was a ransom demand.
I know what it is.
Grady or?
I know you
Is
don't.
it ear cut off? Evander Holyfield.
What's the name of the guy that did the George Foreman grill? He's a boxer as well.
What is going on here?
I can see his face.
His name is
Go on, Andrew, you know it.
his name is Tillman or begins with
It's
T.
J. Paul Getty. I thought you'd get that.
A lot of people got kidnapped back in the day, like.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Right? It was very popular.
Well, was it his ear that got kidnapped or him?
His ear got kidnapped.
Well,
Joe,
did they kidnap him?
Have you been on Michael's medication? Let's move
when
on
did
to
they
the
just
final
kick-
question.
No, what happened, Joe, was they kidnapped him and they cut the ear off, but
and
they
they
sent the
sent
guy
him-
back rather than the ear.
Yeah.
Right, this is the final question of the round for
Do you know what I miss? I think.
Right, apparently I'm not doing this now. What, Andrew?
No, just about kidnapping. You know what? The
What
art
you
of
miss about kidnapping?
the art of it's all gone. Nowadays, anybody can issue a death threat. It's just called Twitter. I hark back to the golden era when if somebody wanted to threaten you, they had to sit down with all the local newspapers and just do a bit of arts and crafts all afternoon.
The final question of the round, this is to Fiona and Karl. Which 19th century British Prime Minister excused his Irishness with the line,
Just because one is born in a stable does not make one a horse.
British Prime Minister from the 19th century.
we're getting highbrow in this.
Yeah, this is
Good. The man was pivotal.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds.
I think Winston Churchill was born in Ireland. I mean, I know he was 20th century, but he would have been born in the 19th century.
But
Are you
he
with
didn't
me on
have
this?
his ear cut off. Right, I'm giving it to Andrew.
It's Arthur Wellesley, the Iron Duke of Wellington, the
Right,
hammer of
congratu-
Napoleon.
I'm still
Oh,
giving you
very
2
good.
points for that, for
Thank
knowing
you.
his real name as
Yes,
well.
and it's thank you.
I'm going to give him a round of applause as well.
Yes.
Right.
And he went to school in what is now Bewley's in Grafton Street.
He went to school in a cafe.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to concentrate through all
It's
those
6-5
sausage
at the
rolls?
moment, but just if you can name me 3 things that were named after Wellington, I'll give you a point. So it's even.
Named after Wellington.
Yeah.
The left Wellington boot.
Right. Right. You're not taking it serious. That's the end of the round.
The right Wellington
6-5 to Andrew and Joe. I'm coming down hard tonight.
But surely that's true, is it not? The Wellington boot was named after Wellington.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was, he was
And
trying to get 2
he's
points.
trying to get 2
cheekily.
points.
I was
Oh,
just
he
giving
was.
it some welly.
And now you're right. That's a point taken off for that.
You can't do that.
4-6 at the end of that round. Right, next round is famous last words. This is to you guys, Andrew and Joe. This is so easy. Which of the Marx brothers? Half a point for this. Which of the
Groucho.
Marx brothers? Yeah, I don't even. Well done.
Hey, hold on a second. How many more of them can you name?
In all fairness,
Harpo,
it wasn't
Zeppo.
going to be a quote from Harpo,
Yeah.
was it?
Or Peter?
Poor old Michael doesn't get to say the
Zeppo,
quote.
Harpo, Gummo, Groucho,
Karl.
Karl.
Chico.
Chico.
Chico. That's
Chico.
the lot. And then there was another
He was
one.
Chico put it about a bit.
Wasn't Chico in the X Factor then?
Yeah, it
later
was
on?
Chico time.
Chico time.
Chico
yeah.
time,
Do you know
which
what
is
I-
we're running out of. Right, this one's for you, Fiona and Karl. Right, drummer Buddy Rich died after surgery in 1987. As he was being prepped for surgery, a nurse asked him,
Is there anything you can take?
what was Buddy Rich's reply?
Anything you can't take.
Jazz music.
You're not off the mark.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry, was that not good enough of an answer? I thought we were on a caveman chat show. Oh. It was, yeah, it's Buddy Rich. It was country music, country western.
Congratulations.
Come on. Come on.
What, you said jazz music?
Jazz music and country music are very similar.
They're not in the slightest bit.
They're American.
All right, do a jazz bit and then do a country bit, and let's see the similarity. That's pretty good, actually.
I hate you, get off my land.
Take my children, 'cause I don't want them anymore.
Actually, I'm going to give you the point because it does actually. It is quite similar to. You're back to 5 now. Well done, you lot. Andrew and Joe, your question: which famous Irish writer said?
Either this wallpaper goes or I do.
Okay,
know
so
who
we
it
need a
is,
famous Irish writer
you know who it
who
is,
used to be in painting and decorating.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I think you know the answer.
Well, it's Oscar Wilde, isn't it?
Well done, congratulations. They're winning now,
Oscar
folks.
Wilde's other, Oscar Wilde's other most famous quote obviously was,
Yeah.
I've nothing to declare but my genius. You'd love to try that on Homeland Security.
All those playwrights. They're all a bit mental though, aren't they?
Didn't you write a panto?
A panto is not a play, Dea.
Oh, it is to
Oh,
me.
yes, it is.
Wasn't Michael in it?
Oh, yes, it is.
It's behind me.
Right, let's get on with Fiona and Karl. Here's your one. Which English league soccer manager famously said,
Football is not a matter of life and death. It is far
jeez.
more important than that.
Bill
Shankly.
yeah.
oh, no messing about there?
No,
eh?
no, no.
Of course it is. Well,
You might want to re-ask the question because he was Scottish.
you do it as a Scottish person,
Of
Michael.
course I
You're
can, aye.
first.
Football is not a matter of life and death. It is far more important than that.
He is an
1
actor.
point to Michael.
Well, we
Not
don't
only
know
that,
where
but
he was
said
from.
he said about Everton, he says, if ever Everton played in my back garden, I'd close my blinds.
Right, taking that point off Michael.
God, he's a convincing pirate, isn't he?
That's the end of the round, and the scores are 7 to Fiona and Karl, and Andrew and Joe 10.5.
Michael has won and the audience won.
Michael's point was taken off.
Oh, it was taken off, sorry.
Right, let's have the final
This show
round
could be
now.
going out as a tribute to Michael.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the quickfire round, bearing in mind,
Oh,
and it's
quick-
open
oh.
to everybody, okay? Which Irish writer said...
He's gone! He's gone!
Ladies
It's
and
not
gentlemen,
Michael, it's okay.
This show is going out as a tribute to Michael.
You sit down, Michael.
Yes, you
Michael,
see.
sit down. See, you just...
Can I
Michael,
die in
sit down.
peace?
Michael, stop talking.
Stop going towards the light.
Which Irish writer said, it's a childhood fantasy of mine to get to the Oscars?
That's all actors.
Emma Donoghue.
Absolutely right. The writer of Room, nominated this year for the best adapted screenplay. Right. The late great Irish actor Peter O'Toole once said, "Normally in a movie, I'm in love with the truth, Richard Burton, or a what?"
Woman.
A camel.
Nice work, Andrew.
Ah.
Brett Anderson, the lead singer of British pop band Suede, was talking about which sport when he said, "It's the sort of game that should be illegal."
Cockfighting.
No.
Cricket.
No.
Hurling.
I agree with that, though.
Hurling.
Naked hurling.
Who said hurling?
I said hurling.
Carl,
No.
well done, Carl. Hurling indeed.
Big Suede fan. I know all these GAA quotes.
Right, now, out canvassing, Charlie Haughey was badgered by a woman looking for an increase in her widow's pension. His 3-word reply was get.
Stuffed. 3 words.
3 words, yeah.
Get your innards stuffed.
That's 4
again
words.
4 words.
Get another husband.
Yes, good work, my friend. Right, you're coming back into it.
Sorry, Charlie Haughey's solution to the Irish economic slump was polygamy.
No, but
No,
basically,
she was
She's
a
a
widow.
widow.
his
she's a
quote,
widow.
his quote was
Polygamy.
get married again, but husband, I'm going to
Get another husband. That's pretty
There's,
much.
I
um,
actually.
I've given it to you,
Yeah,
relax.
I'm not trying to take it back.
Why is everyone so tense? Has everyone been having Michael's medication?
No, I'm very competitive.
Bertie Ahern, who
we-
obviously famous
May he rest in peace.
constituent in North Dublin.
Just in case.
Shall we throw in a few more? Rest in peace, just, you know.
It was, yeah.
He was canvassing in his constituency one evening, and a friend of mine happened to live in Ballybock, and my friend Martin.
Is that a real place?
Yes. He opened the front door, and Bertie Ahern was standing on the doorstep, and before Bertie Ahern could open his mouth, Martin just turned around and shouted back into the house, "Did anyone order a cab?"
Right, canvassing for the Republican presidential ticket, Donald Trump invited doubting Thomases to touch my
She's somebody in the audience.
She's on
said
our
hair.
side of the room.
Someone
That's
said
not
here,
your point.
Well, another point for the audience.
Does anyone
there.
else think Donald Trump is just trying to get out of it now? You know, he can't be that great because he's never been in one thing of top Trumps.
That's true. That's true.
But you've got the car version.
I've all the card version, yeah. Is that...
Yeah, he wouldn't be in the car version. No.
But when
Calling for a revolution against climate change some months ago, which global leader said the Earth is beginning to look more and more like an immense pile of filth?
That is Neil Armstrong said that as he was leaving.
He's not a
Earth.
global leader.
No, but
He is amongst
is
a global leader.
astronauts.
A global leader, Samsung.
Pope? Was it the Pope?
It was the Pope. Well
Hold
done.
on a second.
Congratulations, that's another
Even though she's on my team, which Pope? There's 2 of them at the moment.
True.
It's true though, and you would be
What, there's 2
keen.
popes?
Cuddly
They're
one.
job sharing.
Cuddly
There's
one,
the
the one
one with the
people like.
dodgy eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, Pope Nazi.
Yeah, he was in Hitler Youth when he was younger.
he's still alive, yeah.
He's not a Pope anymore.
He
He's
is
still Pope.
He's Pope Emeritus.
Oh, he.
And
No.
And this
I'd like
goes
to dedicate
out to
this programme to the late Nazi Pope. Right, well, that's the end of the show. And
Oh,
look at the scores, I know. We're having another one next week. Relax.
Is that the end of the program?
It's the end of the programme. We did the rounds. I can't just make up quotes now. Thank you very much. Right, final scores. Fiona and Karl, 11.
We can't have won.
Michael, 0. Audience, 2. They seem happier than any of you guys.
But
And
they're
Andrew and Joe, the winners, with 12 and a half. You've been listening to Don't Quote Me with Carl Spade, Fiona Looney, Andrew Maxwell, Joe Rooney. Come in again next. Oh, sorry, Michael A. Thanks for listening.